Well, after the outrage, actor Ranveer Singh has responded. In fact, he's told Times Now, and I quote, "We got it wrong on one of the billboards, and I'm sorry that this happened." This response coming only 5 days after the controversy broke out when we reached out to him seeking his response and why he's been silent all this while. But now we'll try and go across to a reporter to get you details of what Ranveer Singh has told us. It was important to give the brand creative freedom while designing their campaign. Now, this too by itself is an extremely coded comment that he's given, but beyond that, he does say that, "But I guess we got it wrong on one of those billboards, and I'm sorry this happened, but it is a thing of the past. We've rectified it by having that hoarding taken down ASAP from everywhere over 30 cities overnight." In fact, Ranveer Singh has gone on to tell Times Now that, "I treat all women with utmost respect, both professionally and personally." The initial part, though, is very interesting, Megha. So he's now saying that he's technically apologizing, saying, "I'm sorry, we got one of those billboards wrong. We've rectified that. I respect all women." But the other part, which is also the debate, is, Megha, that he says that we decide to give the brand some creative freedom. Now, that's somewhere where most celebrities go wrong and kind of end up encouraging this kind of sexist or sometimes even a racist mindset.
Well, Tanvi, at this point in time, we don't even know to what extent was he actually involved in conceptualizing this particular ad campaign of Jack and Jones. Well, he does. Initially, when there was an uproar, this controversy started, and they had to pull these billboards down. It was the company, Jack and Jones, that was taking complete responsibility of everything and trying to keep Ranveer away from this. And they had issued a statement apologizing and also saying that they have ensured that at every place wherever these billboards were up, they've all been taken down. But now, of course, since, today we insisted that we want the person who has fronted this ad, the man who is the face of this ad, to speak to us. That's when we have now, got this reaction from him where I think initially, of course, the tone of the message that he has sent us, the initial tone, of course, is apologies. But then he, of course, goes on to say that we did try to rectify the mistake that had happened. And I, of course, respect all women, something on the expected lines that he had said. But still, the controversy doesn't die down because a lot of people would say, Tanvi, that these are the ideals, these are the icons of our country today. They are the face of Bollywood, and they are followed en masse by a lot of youngsters across the country. So what is the kind of message that he's sending across to the young minds? And that's the basic question that everybody would want to ask. And why would these superstars, as they are, why would they not give it a second thought before becoming face of such ad campaigns that on the face of it does look extremely controversial?
Absolutely, Megha. And why does it take him 5 days to come out and say this? Only because now it begins to look like a bad publicity that won't go away at a time when he's promoting another film. If he felt this way, he shouldn't have stayed away from the outrage and the controversy for 5 days. Megha, anything on why he was silent for 5 days?
Well, I would. We don't have that sort of an explanation from Ranveer himself as to why he kept away. But like I said, the company Jack and Jones tried giving us the impression that the actor or the brand ambassador of this has nothing to do with this particular ad and the concept, and that it's whatever has to be done will be done at the level of the company when it comes to responding to the media or taking all your questions about the controversy that it has erupted around it. So maybe that's one reason they might have advised him to sort of stay away from all of this. And but today, when we insisted that we need to speak to him and we want a reaction from his, we would rather have his take because he's the one who's there in those ads. That is when we have heard from him. So he might have, it stayed the way even today had we not insisted that we, would like to speak to the actor himself.
Yes, absolutely. It's only because we insisted that we want to hear from him, because at the end of the day, Megha, the point that we at Times are driving is to say that celebrities cannot look the other way. You can't just walk into a room, click a picture, do an hour-long ad shoot maybe, yeah, and pocket the hefty amount for that brand campaign and not really bother to look into what is the message that you are sending out. That kind of responsibility has to come in. People who are associated with the campaign and are the face of the campaign must be held accountable, and that is what we are asking the celebrities today to begin to acknowledge. So Ranveer Singh shouldn't have to wait for us to go after him to ask for his comment and to get that response and clarification from him. This is what he should have done right away, and he should have apologized that he didn't bother looking at the campaign and the message that was going to go out. Now, that why be so befikar is what we are asking. And that is a big question that we are asking all of the celebrities today, just for viewers who are tuning in. After the big outrage and controversy over this one specific ad for a clothing brand that actor Ranveer Singh did, that was extremely offensive and sexist. Now, while that billboard was pulled down from cities across India, we didn't really hear from the actor himself until now. Now, in his court, 2 times now, he has said that while initially he did decide that it was important to give brand creative freedom while designing their campaign, he then goes on to say, but I guess we got it wrong on one of those billboards, and I'm sorry that this happened, but it is a thing of the past. We've rectified it immediately by having that hoarding taken down ASAP from everywhere in 30 cities. I treat all women with utmost respect, both professionally and personally, and would never do anything to disrespect them.